In this presentation is the optimal reversal system, somebody else's money, the call and the response, and ORS Classic. Greetings, I am Nina. I am a Forex Mastery Institute graduate and have over a year of trading experience with emphasis of price zone and ORS. I was introduced to Forex by a friend in 2021. From that moment, I've been obsessed with learning how to trade and to make it my only source of income for time and financial freedom for the rest of my life. With resiliency and persistence, each and every day I get closer to living the life of my dreams. And with that, I will move forward with the presentation. In the name Optimal Reversal System, reversal is what's most important. As known, the market makes higher highs and higher lows, and lower highs and lower lows, impulses and corrections. For ORS, wait for the optimal reversal. To break this down into smaller bite-sized pieces, look at Exhibit A. The trend is moving up, then down. Price pulls up, then down again. Structure is broken from an uptrend to downtrend. The uptrend's last lower low is met with a lower high, retest or retracement for the downtrend. For the optimal reversal. Exhibit B is a downtrend reversal example. First, price is moving down, then up, price pulls back, then pushes up again. Structure is broken from a downtrend to uptrend. The downtrend's last lower high is met with a higher low, retest or retracement for the uptrend. The optimal reversal. Here is an example of the optimal reversal in the market. Downtrend reversed to uptrend. In yellow is the downtrend. In red is the impulse and pullback. In green is the impulse for entry. The blue is where the downtrend's last lower high is met with the now uptrend pullback to confirm the structure being broken. The optimal reversal for market entry. Here is the other direction. Uptrend reverse to downtrend. In yellow is the uptrend. In red is the impulse and pullback. In green is the impulse for entry. The blue is where the uptrend's last lower or last higher low is met with the now downtrend pullback to confirm the structure being broken. The optimal reversal for market entry. Somebody else's money is to let the market move with the first impulse, let it break by pulling back or correcting, then enter the market at the next impulse. Somebody else's money is the initial impulse and correction combination. After the reversal, but before the optimal reversal, let the market move, impulse, and take a break. Correct. For me, this is like the After Thanksgiving dinner and Black Friday shoppers, I'm going to let the shoppers rush to the stores and be amongst the chaos. Let the store have someone else's money. After the initial impulse and pullback combo, known as somebody else's money, is another impulse. At the beginning of this impulse is market entry. This is Cyber Monday for me. Forget the Black Friday rush. I patiently wait a few more days and I can shop comfortably from my phone or from my computer and have the goodies delivered to my door. But all goofiness aside, patiently waiting and letting the market impulse and correct to confirm the reversal for market entry. For my sake and visual aid, I must show a downtrend reversal example. Somebody else's money is the initial impulse and correction combination. Let the market move, impulse, and take a break, which is the pullback. After the impulse and pullback combination is the beginning of another impulse for market entry. Of course, I have to have a real market example. As seen, the market is moving up, then impulse is down, breaking structure. Price pulls back up. The impulse and correction in red is somebody else's money. Once the pullback is complete, as well as retesting the break of structure confirmation zone highlighted in blue, it's time to enter the market. Here, the market is moving down, then impulse is up, breaking structure, price pulls back. The impulse and correction in red is somebody else's money. Once the pullback is complete, as well as retesting the break of structure confirmation zone highlighted in blue, it is time to enter the market. The call and their response, generally speaking, is an interaction between the speaker and audience, as well as having a deeper rooted meaning related to times of slavery, respectfully. There are many examples of the call and their response. Ones that resonate best with me are these examples. I really had fun with this. When I say it loud, you say, I'm gonna pause here so you can say it out loud. The response is, I'm black and I'm proud. This is by James Brown. So the call is say it out loud, or excuse me, say it loud. Let me get it right. The response is, I'm black and I'm proud. Another example is, I feel good. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I knew that I would. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Another goodie by James Brown. The call is, I feel good. The response is the horns. The call is, I knew that I would. The response was the horns. Lastly, last example is too high to get over. Yeah, yeah. It's too low to get under. Yeah, yeah. By Michael Jackson. The call is, it's too high to get over. The response is, yeah, yeah. The call, it's too low to get under. The response is, yeah, yeah. The point of this is to reiterate the optimal reversal for market entry. Let me show you. The call is the initial impulse and correction combination. Then is another impulse, identified as the response. This is when to enter the market. So an example would be, it's too high to get over. Yeah, yeah. It's too low to get under. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully you're able to catch that. And here we go. And for the change in direction, let the market move, make the impulse, and then take a break, which is the pullback. After the impulse and pullback combination is another impulse for market entry, the response. So my example is, I feel good, na 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 na. I knew that I would, na 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 na. Did you see the call and the response? Hopefully you did. Moving forward, here it is in the market, the call and the response. And an opposite trend example, the call and the response. Last but not least, the ORS Classic. It consists of pillar confirmation, the 20 and 50 moving average cross, the MACD cross and break, the vortex plus over the vortex, or excuse me, the vortex VI plus over the VI minus, wait for the optimal reversal, wait for pillar confirmation, let the market move, let it break, then enter. A trade is not to be taken until all three pillars, the trend direction, which is the moving averages, the momentum, which is the MACD, and the strength, the vortex, come together. There are 4 steps to the ORS Classic. These happen in consecutive order. I repeat, these 4 steps must occur in consecutive order. Step 1, the MACD cross. Step 2, the 420 cross. Step 3, the 450 cross. And step 4, the 2050 cross. Next, identify the trend direction. Then, step 1, identify the MACD cross. Step 2, identify the 420 cross. Step 3, identify the 450 cross. Step 4, identify the 2050 cross. Step 5, reversal of step 2. This is the 2050 cross. The 4 moving average will cross above or below the 20 moving average depending on the direction of the trend. There are 3 things you do not want to happen after steps 1 through 4. You do not want a reversal of step 3, which is the 4 and the 50 moving averages to cross. You do not want a MACD zero line break. And you do not want price to close outside of the 50 moving average. These steps can happen in any order and voids market entry. All right, so I'm going to quickly capture the do not wants. I'm going to first start with the steps 1 through 4. All right, so first going to be the MACD cross, the 420, the 450, and then the 2050 cross. So my white moving average is the 4, which crossed the blue, which is the 20, and then the white, the 4 crossing the 50 in red, and then the 2050 cross, the red and blue. All right, so the do not wants, you do not want the 4 to cross below the 50. Again, my red is in 50 and the 4 did cross right here. Not only that, there isn't to be a break of the MACD. So once the momentum changed from pink and it broke the MACD to gray, it's to remain gray for this uptrend. However, what it did was it broke below. It went from gray back to pink. So there's a second invalidation. It can be just one invalidation will void the entire trade, or if it's multiple within those after those steps 1 through 4, it voids the trade. So this particular example, it provides another opportunity. So let's just say that there is a cross of the MACD that occurred here, 420, 450, 2050, All right, and for this particular one, again, had a crossing of the MACD that happened here. I will capture it first. And I want to turn the candles on. Another invalidation will be price closing on the 50, which happened right here. And those are the three invalidations. So again, the 4 crossing the 50, having the break of the MACD, and then price closing on the 50. Those are the 3 things you do not want. They do not have to happen in consecutive order. They can be in any random order. One can occur, or all 3. Again, invalidates the trade, invalidates market entry. All right, so I'm going to quickly. Lastly, step 6, the 420 moving averages are back in agreement. The 4 moving average will cross back above or below the 20 moving average depending on the trend direction. Once the 4 and 20 are back in agreement, it is time to enter the market. In this example, the ORS Classic, steps 1 through 6, with the moving averages only. This isn't a clean example. The step 2 crossed up and back down. However, the remaining steps fell into place. Pause the video as needed to study how these steps, how they flowed. Same chart, yet with candles. Same chart with entry. Here is the opposite trend direction example, steps 1 through 6, with the moving averages only. Again, this isn't a clean example. Step 2 crossed up and back down. However, the last 420 cross was captured here. The remaining steps fell into place. With the candles, market entry, you can identify can you identify the 6 steps again to the right? This is an additional entry opportunity. All right, so here is an example of the ORS Classic on the charts. I'm going to first start with the 4 steps. Turn the candles off. All right, so start with the cross of the MACD, which I'm going to start with that one. Step 1, 420, 450, 2050. All right, and then steps 5 and 6 happen here and here. Oh. The 4 crossing above as well as below. The 20 here. I'm going to turn the candles back on. Another thing to identify, we've talked so much about the call, the response, the somebody else's money, things of that sort. The call, the response, and the entry right here. I'm going to make this a bit more visible and change the color. All right, that works. All right, so the call and then the response being here for the entry. All right, so and just price was trending this direction. It was trending up, then reversing, and the optimal reversal happened right here. And I'm going to find another example for the opposite trend. And now for the opposite direction, I paused the video to find a clearer opposite trend. So now price is trending this way. Steps, let me turn the candles off and do the count. So there's MACD cross 420, 450, 2050. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the steps 5, step 6 happened here. Step 6. Turn the candles back on. Market entry here as soon as price closes outside of the 4 or out of the 20. Take that up and got the break of structure, price being in a downtrend. Here was the last lowest low. Price comes back, retests, moves up. Here, where's the tool? Okay, somebody else's money for the entry, as well as this being the call. And here is the response, and that is the ORS Classic steps 1 through 6 for a minimal risk profits and entry into the market. All right, so here is an example of the ORS. I really truly hope these trading videos help you as much as they are helping me. Documenting this journey and sharing it with you is important to me. As others are pouring into me, I'm passing it forward to pour into you. See you at the top.